it does look like it is very much Nidalee's favor, but it's not exactly lost for Maokai. I wouldn't worry about it too much quite yet, and that's exactly what CnD is doing. They're not worrying about it. They're going up top. Going to be instant given that Xin Zhao. He goes down in fairly short order. The never move landing on top of Urgot as well as that Blaze. Why do I want to say Blaze? Who's half-hearted again? Brand. That's it.
Brand.
Yeah, he's down.
That was a great pillar of flame, too, from Brand there, being able to light every single one of them up, get that dot on them. And yeah, I just loaded a moment ago to see Bloodstone with that pillar hit everyone, but afterwards, you know, there wasn't really a lot of follow-up to that. Got a lot of people low. See Pantheon making the right move. RablyPale there, backing away from that fight, getting out of the way, letting his cooldowns kind of refresh, getting out of harm's way there. Turn around, cycling back in. You saw him up at the windmill capping just a moment ago up there. And we have Nidalee bottom. Nidalee bottom. That explains the armor pen a little bit. She's got minions to deal with, and if the creep wave gets built up, Nidalee really doesn't have any AoE unless she goes into cat mode, and then she has that little bit of a splash effect, and that's definitely what the armor pen is for. It helps her out down there. She has a heal, so Nid's got some pretty good sustain and can make that work. See Gormirn and Blezmeck down, going checking by that speed shrine, then coming in from the bottom. Pantheon jumping into the fight there, but getting caught by Leona on the way back. Xin Zhao gets the shutdown on him. Garrison defensive goes down on that tower up there. Blitz124 getting killed by Xin. And are we going to see a triple kill coming out from rutters' Xin Zhao? Is Ânders going to be able to interrupt this? No, he is going to back off.
Yeah, a wise move there. You don't want to go 4-on-1, especially when 3 of your teammates just went down. But that will, again, put them back into that 3-point lead, which is exactly what they need in order to keep winning this game. It does look like Ânders now going to go more towards the bottom. We do have Xin back in town after that triple kill. He's looking fairly massive at a 5-2-4 score. That's a lot of cash to his name, and you can see a brutalizer come out from him, but it's the same story for that Pantheon. Both of them with those brutalizers. Now we do got a little bit of tank up. Looking at that Rammus. Rammus going in here with the team. Instant given that Urgot. He is definitely out of the picture. Rutters with that exhaust is running for his life. That movement shrine helping him out a little bit. But now we have a clear cap. Maybe in the works here for CnD. Yeah,
Gormirn, seeing that they were cut off there, decides to retreat up to that tower and delay a little bit, which brings the entire team up there. Xin Zhao and Brand coming up from behind. We'll see if they have any sort of answer to this. The point is neutral. They just got to get a click on it, but Ânders is doing a very good job of zoning them out away from it, and it looks like they are going to have to give up the point. Down at the bottom lane, a little more info on that. AngryBlakMan is opting to level Bushwhack Pounce before anything else. So that's definitely that armor pen you were mentioning, FourCourt coming into play. But in the middle of the map, up at the top here, we have Blitz eating a stun from that solar flare there, but not able to get taken down right away. And now Brand going down, position reversal there, and it's really close for CnD. No, they are going to get taken out in the end. A couple of good abilities off from Leona in that engagement there. Blezmeck just barely getting by, not quite painkiller survival method status, as he does have triple-digit hit points, but surviving nonetheless. They are going to pick up the windmill. Windmill has been very back and forth all game long so far.
Yep. I mean, you need the third point, and you gotta find it somewhere. AngryBlakMan not finding it bottom. Look at the health difference right there. Romantic Jaguar really bringing the hurt to the AngryBlakMan, but at the same time, CnD, they're going back on force. That was French. The AngryBlakMan, because he's French in Italy.
Hextech Sweeper reveals what's going on in the middle of the map. However, saw that used by Brand right there. Bloodstone revealing the potential gank there, but they're making a rush for the top. Ânders gets caught out away from his team, though, is going to get killed, and now Blitz124 wandering off of the point and taking some damage of his own. Gormirn comes up to interrupt that. There's Garrison thrown down on the tower, healing it as the fight goes on. Lord Xell now, the next one to fall, and Irelia is going to have to walk away, and they might be able to put some pressure on the drill here, keep them contained for a moment or so. They probably won't be able to get it because of how close everyone is to respawning, and then they are coming back right there. But being active on that map, keeping them from pushing out, I think is a solid play right now.
Oh, that was just pain. I saw Leona, like she's not going to use that Zenith Blade, and she didn't. Used it to get right to the point, landing that perfect stun orbital on top of everyone. Beautiful to watch. Looking at Xell again. Xell is tanking up. He's not going for that back cap build, but at the same time, he is getting absolutely demolished by gold per 5 at this point. I mean, that was 2 quick kills in the jungle. Now they are going to put up that pressure at the drill that you were talking about. And Rutters, he's in there. He's looking for that. Xin still massive at this point. He will go down, but not before getting that Urgot a double kill. And Urgot now looking at 9, 3, and 10. Already has that Glacial as well as the Mana Munit. He has the cooldown boots to boot. Oh my goodness, there's so much damage and he can sustain through it all. It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, playing that style where you have the high amount of cooldowns, you have the Mana Munit, so you just keep having mana and you can keep just shooting your way into the fight. I like AD champions that build that way, especially the likes of Urgot, as we're seeing here in this match, and also Twisted Fate if you opt to build him that way, if that's your favorite flavor of Twisted Fate, being able to get all those cards going off with him. And we see in the middle of the map here, Blitz 1, 2, 4 walking in there. Ânders and Blitz taking so much damage right there. The combination of Brand and Urgot, so powerful right there, quickly pulling 2 people out of the fight. Xin Zhao, though, picking up the double there, and they're going to split off. They're going to go 2 different directions. Urgot is going to go for the drill. He knows there's really no one there to answer him, especially with the push down at the bottom, and Brand is going to go for the quarry, no, the boneyard, that's what that one's called, and xell is going to come around behind and catch him with the interrupt there, but Urgot and Xin Zhao are going to get the drill. AngryBlakMan, Lord Xell having to retreat back to the quest objective, boneyard, in order to defend it.
Not looking good at this point for CnD. GP5 with that 4-cap lead has now come up to about 180 point difference in the terms of longevity of this match. Their neck is really hurting at this point. Romantic Jaguar in this bottom lane has done a fantastic job of repelling Nidalee, and Nidalee, as you said, on the back foot, not looking so healthy. Even had Rammus come down for a visit, but all they could do was just run away together. It is looking really good for the gold for 5.
And Gormirn up here by himself, having to ward off the enemy team for a few moments until his allies are able to arrive. And Leona going in, but Rammus with the taunt and airborne on the other members of double GP5s, limiting their ability to put out that damage right away. But everything is fine. We have a Xin Zhao and a Brand on our team. And RablyPale looks like he's going to get cut down by Xin, and point successfully defended.
Ridiculous.
Looked a little scary when that fight was starting to break out. Leona got away from the team there, but Rammus was able to control the 2 DPS for a couple of moments, but they picked that up, cleaned that up just fine, and now making a cut in for the refinery, which is going to draw Leona and Xin off of that point. They knew that if there's anyone defending there, it would only be 1 or 2 people, and they are able to get that neutral off. Let's see how this fight breaks out if they do intend to try and make the play for it. And they're almost able to secure the cap on it, and Xin Zhao going right into the fight, immediately diving in for Irelia right away, being able to remove her from the fight. Ânders, you can see that sustain from Swain that I was talking about earlier on in the cast, keeping him alive just a little bit longer right there. And Lord Xell, the tank, going to be the last one to get taken down, and stopping the clock temporarily at 2 points to 2 points.
Well, temporarily is, I think, the word for it. We're going to easily recap this. Double gold for 5. Able to just defend magnificently. While all that was happening, I was taking a quick look at the bottom, and Maokai Brand able to repulse the I thought this was pretty cute. We had Pantheon Revive instantly ult into bottom, that Skyfall, trying to land that stun for AngryBlakMan. Had the speed from the Revive, from improved Revive in the Master, and they tried to go for a power play on this bottom, but Brand too strong, Maokai too tanky, and that seems to be the story of this game. CnD just not really able to make these big plays.
You can see Romantic Jaguar has got an Abyssal Scepter and a Frozen Heart there, because he knows the 2 different damage types that Nidalee is able to deal. But up at the top, another engagement, however, this one still rolling pretty solidly in double GP5's favor, although things looking a little bit better each fight that happens for CnD Gaming. you know, we saw them get swept in the middle very convincingly a couple of times in a row, but these last two engagements have been a little bit more long and drawn out. And I feel they might get the upper hand if the game goes on longer, but are they going to be able to delay long enough to achieve that?
I don't know, they got 100 points left on the clock, and they are steadily ticking down, Gandair. I mean, with a 378 buffer, even if we do get some kind of temporary measures put into place for CnD, they have to hold it for an extremely long time, and that could be very difficult. The way the GP5 is rolling, it is just overwhelming power. Look at that, 12-5-20 on that Jhin. Look at this romantic Jaguar bottom. Feeling to go 2-on-1, and he's still not going down. I mean, he probably will, but it's just so hard to make these plays. In the mid, however, lots of kills. That Storm buff, hotly contested, but it is still an overwhelming fight for double code Revive. And Jaguar used the back. He died once this whole game, and he just finally used that Revive. 15 minutes into the match. What am I watching here?
You are watching DominateDominion number 24, and double GP5s is picking up the drill here. Pantheon coming in with that grand Skyfall. It's a little bit late to save the tower, but it looks like he's going to go for a kill on Urgot here, as Rammus seems to get distracted a little bit from Urgot, decides to go up for Brand instead, then turns around to put a little bit of control on him. But Xin Zhao immediately into the fight. He doesn't like Ânders. He's had Swain's number for most of this game here, and now Blitz124 is the only one left alive on the drill, going to get taken down, unfortunately.
4-0. I have seen closer games in the 1200 elo ranges. I'm sorry, but that Blitzcrank, nah, that Urgot not dying. Jhin coming out again, double that Urgot. Double, 15-5, 17-4. You can really see where the kills are concentrated, and check out the items on double gold for 10. A frozen heart, frozen heart, frozen heart. It's like, what can you do?
Well, you certainly don't have very much attack speed. That's what I can tell from that. AngryBlakMan with a good jump out of that engagement there, but turning around, walking into a sapling, getting caught by a seer, taken down from those dot ticks. Almost a very, very good escape. Double GP5 has been playing a really good game all game long. They're good at staying grouped up. Xin Zhao has had some great engagements all game long, and it's going to enable them to take this game in convincing fashion as the Nexus health ticks down. Double GP5s beating CnD Gaming and going to advance on to the round of 8.